For the longest time, the Sacramento Kings were considered the NBA's underdogs. They were often underestimated and seen as a team that was easy to defeat. However, the narrative changed when the Kings selected Jason Williams with their 7th pick in the 1998 draft, marking the beginning of a new era for the squad. Known by the nickname White Chocolate, the Belle, West Virginia native brought a fresh wave of excitement to the team with his flashy style and unpredictable passes. Today's video will be NBA legends reveal how crazy good Jason Williams was. Williams burst onto the scene in 1998, a time when traditional big men dominated the game. Players like Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, and Patrick Ewing were the norm, and the three-pointer, while potent, was not as prevalent as it is today. Jason, however, defied convention with his daring three-pointers in transition, often launching from a few feet behind the line. This audacious move was a testament to his innovative playing style.
Number 2 on my list would be Jay Will. A lot of people call him White Chocolate. These are my fave 5 point guards that I've ever played with.
What a move by Jason Williams.
Think about Jay Will, he was early. All the things that he was doing in the game then, people are doing now. Shooting three-pointers 3 feet behind the line, dribbling up, getting guys involved, moving and making the pace faster, screaming, talking shit, things like that. But he also was criticized for it. But what he brought to Sacramento was exciting times. He and I on the fast break, I never had a guard trust and push it up like that, or had a guard that could read and get everybody involved like Jay Will. And the best part of Jay Will is it was a track meet. Guys were trying to knock each other out the way because whoever was open and whoever was by the basket was going to touch the ball. And that's the best thing I can say about Jay Will. He's a great person and a great teammate because he wanted you to enjoy the game on and off the court. And he was just a dog, man. Don't let that smile fool you.
The NBA is full of amusing locker room stories, and Chris Webber shared a funny one where Jason was riding in the team bus where the baggage was.
With hands down, my man Jay Will. Like, Jay Will is one of the closest players I've ever been with because in Sacramento, I did not want to be there. And so my very first practice, my mom is giving me scriptures. Oh, this is going to be a blessing. I'm like, Mom, please, I don't have enough time for that positive stuff. She's like, oh, it's just going to be a blessing. And I remember after the first practice, I was like, called, and I was like, you're right. Because Jay Will was just funny and appropriate. And so, you know how you make your rookies do everything? Right. It wasn't even fun. I'm like, Jay Will, we landed in New York. I'm like, man, you got to get off the bus. It's snowing. Only in your tights. Yeah. Go in and scream, who let the dogs out and pay for it. He would do whatever. And so one trip, we coming in Boston. It's a snowstorm. We would make him do all the things. And I was like, he was like, if I do one thing, you know, can I be off? We were like, yeah, whatever. So we get in Boston. I'm just listening to headphones. It's cold. It's freezing. And we're like, yeah, you know, what's going on? We get to the hotel. Everybody's checking in. Everybody's like, where's Jason? And we really can't find him. It's about maybe 3-4 minutes. And one of the ball boy goes, and we looked under the bus, picked up the thing under the bus. He's laying on the luggage up on the bus.
Yes,
and he was like, what are you doing? He was like, I ain't want to ride with y'all bitches up here. And he was just sitting, and he's just laying, posing, and he's ridden from the airport. Do you understand?
Yes.
He's our starting point guard, man.
Yes.
What if he would have fell out on the freeway? What if he would have frozen up under? There's no heat up under. But he was the type of guy that always wanted to shock and was always funny and always had some funny words. And he's just funny all the time, so you can't remember 1 or 2, 3 instances with Jay Will, man.
Shaquille and KG have also expressed profound admiration for Jason Williams, both as a player and a person.
A guy that I have to mention that I really had fun playing with, White Chocolate in Miami. Oh. White Chocolate was nice to play with because I could just put my hand up like that and the ball would be right there.
He knew where.
You know what? Every time.
Jason Williams would never.
Shout out to White Chocolate.
Right. He would never get the credit that's due as one of those point guards, but he was definitely flash of his time, and he definitely was one of the premier guards of his time. So shout out to J-Dub out there, man.
Jason Williams was included in an NBA highlight reel, and Gary Payton and Isaiah Thomas were ecstatic seeing White Chocolate in action. Payton had the opportunity to play against Williams early on in his career and was even a victim to his crossovers and saw his unbelievable passing firsthand.
Oh, White Chocolate. Oh, he used to do dimes. The White Chocolate used to look. Ha!
Ooh, White Chocolate J. Will came in with the behind the back sweet stuff. And what made it so bad, J. Will when he was in Memphis, I got to pause. I got to pause. 'Cause I got to talk about Jay Will. Because Jay Will playing for Hubie Brown in Memphis. You talking about culture clash. And Hubie was like, hey, number 55, know what he doing out there. Running, passing, dropping dimes, doing his thing. Jay Will, white chocolate. Love you, brother.
Steven Jackson had the ultimate compliment to Sacramento Kings star Jason Williams, calling him the best of both worlds.
1,000 people in your hometown. Everybody can probably. Tell me about your hometown and the birth of white chocolate.
Bro, well, you pretty much just told everybody about it, bro. 1,000 people, whatever, but, you know, it wasn't much going on, man. Where I'm from, it's like the white folks live right here, and then the high school, and then the black folks, you know what I'm saying? So I spend most of my time on the backside of the high school.
I could tell. I could tell. Hence the name.
Yeah.
Well, a compliment I can give to you is you are the best of both worlds, bro. You are the best of both worlds. If we had to find somebody to come from both cultures that represented the right way, it would be you, dog.
I appreciate that.
Williams received some massive compliments from former players prior to Jackson's lavish praise. Tracy McGrady gave him flowers, saying he was the point guard the former wanted to challenge in the NBA.
Listen here, there's not too many guys that I played against. When we switch a pick and roll and I want to guard, I get fast. Like this dude right here would do something so creative to embarrass you out there. Like I didn't like to guard him.
In game.
On the same podcast, Williams was honest about his departure from Sacramento and said the team got better once he was traded.
It sucked at first, you know, because I didn't really want to leave Sacramento, but shout out to Bibby and the Kings. They got better when they got rid of me as a team, bro, in my eyes. What I know about basketball, that team was better when they got rid of me. They had a better chance of beating the Lakers with Bibby, just the way he played.
Another player who had the privilege of playing alongside White Chocolate is Mike Miller. Both were teammates when they played for the Memphis Grizzlies, and the 2006 NBA Sixth Man of the Year award winner shared how even he was left wondering how the 7th overall pick of the 1998 NBA draft was able to read ahead on what his teammates were going to do.
This is how good of a passer he was. I'm in Memphis with him, playing for the first year we get to playing it. And that was back old school. It wasn't just all pick and roll. We had wide pin downs, 42 up, 42 down, 43 up. You know, all those shit.
I had shooters everywhere.
You had shooters everywhere. But he literally told me, he said, man, you come off that screen, I bounce pass it, just drive. If I chest pass, you just shoot it. I'm thinking to myself, how you see that? Because I'm like, you know how many things you gotta look at to see if I'm gonna be driving this one, or if I'm gonna be shooting this one? But I said, all right, I'm gonna trust it. Bounce pass it, lay, chest pass it. I'm like, this is bananas.
Well, I'm thinking, you know, you guys just gotta worry about coming off that joint shooting, right? Like, you ain't got time to worry about like the defender coming. You know, I can see where the defender gonna shoot the gap, he trailing or whatnot, whatever you're gonna do. So, like I said, if I throw it kind of behind you or whatever, the defender right there, you're gonna have to do something. But if it's there, let that fly.
You're a point guard killer.
Oh my God.
They don't really got those, you know, it's not really out there like it used to be, a point guard.
Well, understand how good you got to be to understand that stuff. You got to worry about your defender. You got to worry about the big defender. You got to worry about my defender.
Look, man, y'all had to be good. Y'all had to make it. I just had to throw it to you.
With most players known for their dunking and outside scoring, Williams is in an elite group that knew how to pass the ball in style. He had that uncanny street ball-like skills that gained the admiration of several legends. Williams had his best years with the Grizzlies and the Sacramento Kings. Although he never won any major individual awards, he won one thing that most players want: an NBA title in 2006. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.